What's going on, all you putrid pumpkins? My name is Mason.
And Alex.
And well, Davis,
you are already getting relaxed with the lag. Getting relaxed with the lag. Oh, man, it's so bad.
Oh, buddy.
Hold on. All right. Maybe that will help.
And welcome to Fantasy Football Podcast. Oh, buddy.
Well, it looks like this is out of like 1999 when the internet like first came out, and like he's just trying to do a video call. It's like,
Yeah,
it's all coming through fine for me.
well,
you're slowly starting to get better. It's starting to go from like 420 to like 800.
close out them tabs.
Jesus.
It's probably the Wi-Fi in Orlando. I don't know.
It is a third world country down here.
My rant is, Davis, get some good fucking internet.
It's so bad.
Can't blame me this time.
No. Well, welcome in, ladies and gentlemen. We had I think it was a fun weekend of football. I think there was lots of fantasy goodness.
Definitely
close games. A lot of close games.
Yeah.
At the end of the 1 o'clock and 4 o'clock slate, there was plenty to coming down to the wire.
Absolutely, 1,000%.
Gentlemen, how did our weekends in fantasy go? How are we feeling? What's checking the temperature in the room?
I'm down 9. I need Mahomes and Devonta Smith to get for 9 points, and I'm up 50 going against Hurts, Kelsey, and Philly defense. So we'll see what happens.
Hurts, Kelsey, and Philly defense.
Yeah,
It's all bad.
Yeah.
It's all bad over here.
Yeah. Both of the leagues that we're in together, are you losing, Davis?
The New York League, I'm actually stomping whoever I'm playing, but the North Carolina League, just reeling from losing
The injuries.
Joe Burrow and Mark Andrews in basically one fell swoop.
Yeah.
And then losing to our friend Nicholas Hogwarts Die, aka No Goals, which is just like the most depressing thing that can happen to you.
Yeah, it's real ungood.
You have Chase there too, so like not only do you lose Burrow, but you like downgrade Chase.
Trickles all the way down, man.
Yeah.
3 of my last 4 games in our North Carolina league, our main league, have been way too fucking close. I lost to Alex by 0.5. I won one by a good margin, probably like 30, which was nice. And then the last 2, the one I'm in currently, and then last week's I lost by I think 6, and this week's it's literally projected within 0.1 of each other right now. I think I'm down like a little around 25-ish, and I've got
you down 22 right now.
Yeah,
2 players to go.
2 players to go. Devonta Smith and a kicker, which for the first time I'm like, all right, kickers, let's go.
That's how you change. That's how you become a convert.
Yeah, I hope that I have good things to say about kickers tomorrow. We'll see though. But yeah, so we're all in some close ones. We're all.
Well, no, I'm not. I'm no.
Davis is not.
Extended leave from this podcast.
It sucks. You guys have gotten crushed with injuries. I'm over here like just la-di-da.
Well, yeah, because I've been taking all of your injuries. Literally,
you walk
just
into a door,
offloading all the players that should have been injured on your team,
and then I get all the injured players like super cheap because
everybody that Mason trades away, I face the next week and just take their best games of the year to the face. Everybody that Alex trades away goes on IR.
Yeah, on my team,
and then anybody that's on my roster is just bad today. So it's a great time. Listen to us, guys. We know what we're talking.
The round robin of ancestral trading.
Get lucky. The key to fantasy football is get lucky.
Rub those rabbit's feet, people.
All right, well, let's jump into the rants since we're already feeling it, huh?
Yeah. You want to go first?
Yeah, I'm actually going to talk about injuries, but in a funny way. You know, Devon A-Chain is slight. And that was always the thing that we were nervous about him. And even like Keaton Mitchell, like these guys are small. And if you roster them and if you plan to play them, they're gonna get nicked up. It's just gonna happen. If you next year, and maybe we need to clip this, if you take Devon A-Chain early,
5:30. We are clipping this at 5:30.
yeah. If you take Devon A-Chain in the first round or two, you are setting yourself up to have a huge headache. I think he's more of a third round guy. You really need to nail those first 2 rounds as possible, at least one of them. And Devon A-Chain, he's a home run if he's healthy. He's incredible. But look at this year. He's got to put some weight on. I need that dude to put about 5-10 pounds of muscle on before he comes back next year. Because he's just going to, this shit's going to keep happening.
Yeah.
And there's slight wide receivers that I'm less like the Tank Dells of the world, because they're wide receivers. They're not getting bashed up the same way. He missed one game. It's inherent in football that it's a violent sport, but if you're coming in and you're undersized, you're going to get nicked up. And especially as a running back, man, like those guys are just so tantalizing, and I feel like they're going to go much higher than they would have probably even years past. But just be very wary of that. Be very wary of slight running backs. Devon A-Chain is going to have a great year and a great career, but it's going to be riddled with injury.
Yeah, especially when you're young too. Because like, look at Tyreek Hill. Tyreek Hill used to miss games all the time, and now he finally is like fully solid and like a man, like man strict now. So he rarely gets hurt now. So and of course he's going to get hurt next time. So get large running backs. Get large running backs like Derrick Henry.
Oh yeah, I mean it helps. You're Brian Robinson of the world. That dude's huge.
Oh yeah, monster. All right, I'm gonna go next.
It was more of a PSA than a rant. It's just like everyone loves him. Davis, you and I were on him. I had him in a lot of best ball leagues. I was like, I want this dude because I feel like he's gonna have that pop off potential. He's on like 3 or 4 of my best ball teams. I got him. It's just be careful. Be careful.
Yep. Yeah. My rant, man. I don't know how many weeks in a row we need to say whoever played Tampa Bay is a top 5 quarterback in the league. Man, I literally called it yesterday after the game. I went on Twitter and I was like, "Here we go. The media is going to say, is Purdy a superstar now after he went against Tampa Bay?" Sure enough, took a picture of it. ESPN First Take saying, "Is Purdy a superstar now in the NFL?" The last time, this is the 2 games after they play Tampa Bay, and we say, are they a superstar in the NFL now? Jared Goff goes crazy, goes for 350 yards and I think 3 touchdowns. Next 2 games, 1 touchdown, 2 interceptions. Josh Allen's over 300 yards. Next 2 games, 2 touchdowns, 3 interceptions. Stroud, next 2 games after he goes for 475 touchdowns, 4 touchdowns, 5 interceptions. Oof. So it's just like, maybe it's just Tampa Bay's defense is pretty terrible. And we're just going to you just got to know the matchup is bad, and let's just move on. Say, yes, you had a great game because you played Tampa Bay, and move on. I don't need to hear every time you play Tampa Bay, wow, is this guy now a top 5 player in the NFL? Probably not. He's probably just playing against Tampa Bay.
Yeah, dude.
Like, not do this anymore. Let's just not do the Tampa Bay thing.
This is a great take because, like, I remember after Goff played down in Tampa Bay, which everyone always talks about how he's only good in domes and especially at home. We were like, whoa, he was outside, and I remember being like, this dude's going to be top 10 or top 12 the rest of the year, which he has been around that. But man, he's had some rougher outings since then, away from home and not at his dome.
But he was dome yesterday threw 3 interceptions to the Bears.
Yeah. That defense is all-time bad secondary. whoever they are playing, I'm going to be putting a DraftKings lineup, or a daily lineup in with them. Great call.
One of the big reasons that Ayuk was my food fighter this week. Because you want to get Tampa Bay.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I went up against Ayuk in one league, and he roasted me.
He did.
26 point something points. Oof.
All right, Davis, go ahead.
All right, real quick. Why is evaluating quarterbacks so hard? And here's where I'm going to go with this. We had a National Football League game yesterday. A number of them, as you're aware, but one of them was Pittsburgh versus Cleveland. And we had Kenny Pickett, who I think you all are familiar with that name, threw the ball 28 times, connected on 15 for 106 yards. That's a good stat line.
Oh, no.
And then Cleveland, who lost their quarterback, started Dorian Thompson-Robinson, which is an all-time name, by the way. That one hurt getting that.
That's right, DTR, man.
43 times. Yeah, DTR. 43 times, connected on 24 for 165 yards. Now, he won the game. I'm very happy for him. That's first NFL win is awesome. You lose Joe Burrow for the year. You have Jake Browning, who was either undrafted or a very late round draft. I should have had that. There are so many quarterbacks that we get excited about in college ball, but there are only 15 of them that are quality quarterbacks in the NFL. Where is the line between, like, sure, your Joe Burrows and your Patrick Mahomes are unbelievable talents, but how is there nobody behind them?
Mm-hmm.
How do you have to go get Joe Flacco to sign to your practice squad if you're Cleveland to bring him up as more quarterback depth? Where does everybody else go? I don't understand. So my rant is more, as we sit here watching Bo Nix, Michael Penix, and Jaden Daniels compete for the Heisman, the chances of any of those three hitting as an NFL quarterback are fairly slim.
Very slim, yeah.
Why? So where's the disconnect in quarterbacks? Why do we, if we lose our top quarterback, do we get such a bad product after the fact? I mean, like, Cincinnati season's done. Cleveland season's done. Pittsburgh season was done the minute they drafted Kenny Pickett.
It's also
my quick answer to that, Davis, is I think it's so much time is given to starting quarterbacks that it is so hard to really tutor a backup or even a third string quarterback to give them the reps and the time they need to develop preseason and into the regular season. They just get so few snaps. It's so hard to grasp an offense if you're not getting that kind of work. And you can only put so much time into those guys when you're trying to get your quarterbacks, your starting quarterbacks ready for every game. So then when they come in, they're just not ready to go. And the pace of the NFL game is so much faster than that's what you always hear rookies talk about. Just like, oh my God, it's just so much faster. So I feel it's almost an impossible task unless you just happen to land in the right situation, like a Brock Purdy, where the coaching staff has set you up for success. I'm surprised there's not more coaches. They're not coming out of that tree. Like there are plenty, but
Shanahan's been there 6 years and he has three guys that are head coaches. Yeah. So I mean, he's getting them out of there.
No, and there needs to be more. Is my point? Because I think that simplifying offenses, like seeing what Frank Wright's tried to do, it's not working for us. You have to have the right personnel. You have to have the right scheme. Whereas like Shanahan's just has this blueprint that's working. I mean, look at what's happening in Miami. Look what's happening in Houston. Year one for them.
Yeah.
It's crazy. So
you have to also have an aggressive owner and an aggressive GM that can say, yeah, sure, we'll give you 3 first rounders for Tyreek Hill. Like, we'll go out and get you a stud left tackle in Terran Armstead. We'll go get you pass rushers. We'll go get Jalen Ramsey. Like, you have to be a guy's going to be aggressive. I think the Brock Purdy is a good example because you roster 2 quarterbacks usually, and they want their second quarterback to be the potential guy that could end up being really good. That's why they moved off Josh Dobbs for DTR. But you run the risk of is if your stud quarterback goes down, that guy ain't ready. Mm-hmm. So that's the thing that we're playing with is like
it's the prepreration. That's what I'm saying. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Do we have like a vet, like a Case Keenum or a guy like that can step in, Andy Dalton, somebody that can step in, win you games, or do we get the high upside guy that could be a stud? And that's where they're juggling. And it looks like they should go the Andy Dalton route more so than the potential guy.
And that's what I'm saying. I don't understand and again, I'm not a scout, I'm not a coach, obviously, and we've already spent plenty of time on this, but when you lose Aaron Rodgers and your backup is Zach Wilson, right? Zach Wilson is very talented, but obviously extremely flawed, and he's not been good. How do you not find anybody else aside from Tim Boyle, who then comes in and is worse? You know, like
what are you doing? Salah?
Oh, that was
Speaking of
come in and win you the game.
Tree. I don't get it, man. There's so many talented quarterbacks, and it's like as soon as the draft, like Purdy was Mr. Irrelevant, right?
Mm-hmm.
They can obviously develop, but where do they go?
Yeah,
they're not all turned into running backs like Denard Robinson was. They're not all turned into athletes. Where do they go?
It is kind of true. They've all like just disappeared all at once.
It just kills me that we have so many good skill players and so many teams that could be so good, but there's somehow 15 quarterbacks that are competent.
Who does Teddy Bridgewater even play for anymore? Like guys like that. Who's Case Keenum play for? Like I don't. Where are they? Where are these guys that have been starting quarterbacks?
Teddy's in Detroit.
Oh wow! I wonder why nobody traded for him, or those kind of things. Maybe.
Anyway,
well, that's also. I think
it's like kickers, except kickers are just a dime a dozen.
The thing about head coaches is that I have a theory that they're like most of them are actually just really stupid.
They're good at what they do.
Your argument, not to cut you off, but your argument about like the preparation thing is real, but it's stupid.
Yeah,
because why would you have any player on that team with a potential job not prepared to come in or just not good enough to come in and pick up? Like nobody's going to replace Patrick Mahomes or Joe Burrow and do exactly what they did. Mm-hmm. But you're turning to an undrafted free agent that has 6 games in the league, and that's all been backup, and they're just trying to figure out what football is.
Yeah. It's so true. I mean, you're spot on.
Oh, I think wild underdevelopment of the most important position is my short answer if I had to give one.
Yeah.
And I'm no expert either, but it just seems really stupid to like you pay these guys a ton of money. You can't put a little bit more time like in these off-season workouts and stuff that I know not all coaches are allowed to be there, but there are times when they can just like get these guys reps and get them the playbook and just like hound them.
Yeah.
They need to be a little bit more militant, I feel, about like if you want to make it in this league, if you want to be the actual backup, like there should be a lot more pressure put on those guys.
I don't know why. You invest in a vet, especially when you're a good team. Like Skylar Thompson had to play last year in the playoffs. Huntley had to play last year in the playoffs. Nick Foles won a Super Bowl. Mm-hmm. Like you need those. Like if you're a good team, you need a good backup.
It's weird. It's the most important position, but you don't have a good guy to back up the most important position. Right. It's like, what do you?
It's like when treated like every other position, like a running back. Devon Achane goes down. Like, we got 6 more.
Yeah,
it's all going to work out.
Yeah,
this is the person that's running your offense.
Right. Anyway, I think it's a great thing to bring up, David.
Yeah, that was actually a fun, interesting conversation. Yeah. But we do need to move on. We have some shots to take. All of us do, because we are dumb and we don't know what we're talking about. So since I'm leading it off, I'm going to take my shot because...
let me take my old one first.
Oh, yeah. Go ahead.
So this is one Davis and I bet that Ridley last week I bet over 29th in final rankings. And Davis took the under, so I was way wrong. But we'll revisit that Calvin Ridley guy. We will.
Is that a half gallon?
You're yelling at me, and I'm like,
Jim Beam pilot.
Pull out a month's supply of Jim Beam in one bottle.
Some bottles are bigger than others.
All right, well, I'm gonna do my little tiny Jim Beam.
And a proportionate, don't you know?
That's the Jamie Beam.
Because I said Tua Tagovailoa was going to be a top 4 QB this week, and if he didn't throw so many goddamn interceptions, then I probably would have been right, but he did. So Tua was the 11th quarterback, which is exactly where Mason had him, and I said he was going to be a top 7 quarterback, and I was wrong.
I'll take that. Mm-hmm. We still got games going tonight, but
yeah, but I lost. He can't get better.
No, I was just saying he's probably with Hurts and Mahomes. He'll probably drop a little farther on.
Yeah.
All right.
Sorry. Let me tell you how wrong Davis is. Davis was very wrong because he said that Tyler Conklin was going to get 15 points this week. And we all kind of laughed at him and we're like, God, I hope that Tyler Conklin doesn't get 15 points. So we were laughing at Davis, but turns out we're laughing for a good reason. You have to take a shot because Tyler Conklin did not
extra big slug of beer.
15
Offense really tonight, guys.
You should really finish that. Oh, man.
All right, and then we got one more, and it goes to Mason, because Mason said that Javonte Williams would be a top 10 running back this week, and he was not. So he has to take a shot.
Yeah, he got 7.3, 7.4 points, and there you go.
That's all we got.
Yeah, you were only 7 points off. So you'll get that next time, I think. I said that Brandon Ayuk would be over 20 points, and he did hit that because he played the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. And that just might be my Foo Fighter every week. Whoever was playing Tampa Bay Buccaneers, you're going over 20 points.
Yeah, that was a good one. That was a good one.
just whoever's playing Tampa Bay. Maybe DJ Chark when you go against them will get 20 points. Anyway, let's move on to our awards.
Yeah, buddy.
Awards. Who feels like they have a little fun one that they want to start with?
I got one. I was going to use it as my rant, but I'm going for it. Shut up, Mason. This is the ETN My Butt Award to Trevor Lawrence because stop vulturing touchdowns. When Trevor Etienne is on your team, stop going and getting those goal line touchdowns.
That's not an award. That's a rant. What's the award?
It's an award because I'm mad.
It's a negative award. It's an angry award.
It's an angry award. I couldn't pass up the joke on the ETN My Butt thing. So anyway, good game by Trevor Lawrence. Breakout game. But also, screw you because my poor little Trevor Lawrence got 8. Or Travis Etienne got 8 points because of you.
Yeah, Trevor had his. He was like, what did I say? I told you that I was like, he heard the media. I was like, he needs to have a big game, and he went out and did it. And I was right about all of those pass catchers too. And I did.
If only you would have played them.
If only I'd listened to my fucking self. Jesus Christ! So I'm gonna do my award that goes on over that. Never wrong. Just early. Calvin Ridley. Oh my God, man. Over 30 fantasy points. Just went ham. 2 touchdowns. Looked great. So mad. Just so mad, man. If I had him on my team, the game would already be over. Or in my lineup. But I did not. I put Hollywood Brown in, who got like 4 or 5. Oh, it's terrible.
Minimal.
So
now I'm stuck sweating it out on Monday.
I'm gonna go with I don't know which one to do because they're all pretty terrible names, but I'm gonna go the Delicious Award. So 3 weeks ago I said it was the Delusional Award because we all ranked Take Del way too high. And now I'm just changing it 3 weeks later. The Delicious Award. And Take Del has just been on an insane run. He's awesome. He's just an eye test, man. He looks like little mini Tyreek Hill. He is so good at football. And I'm so glad to have him on 2 of my fantasy teams. Thank you so much, Take Del. Okay, moving on to another one.
Davis just got him in that trade that we talked about. And then John,
can we talk about the trade? Let's just talk about the trade. We probably already did it, but I want to talk about it again.
The trade was he wanted to get King Henry because King Henry's scheduled.
King? Are we still calling him King?
Prince? Joke.
Long lived the King?
Oh, yikes! His schedule down the back half of the schedule is tantalizing. Yeah. And the funny thing is, so he traded he traded for Henry and gave away Ramondre and Tank Dell to Davis. The thing is I called him out on it. I was listening to the fantasy footballers, and they started talking about Henry And I was like, oh, he did this. This is where he got this from. And then there was another thing that he was talking about when we were talking at the bar. And I was like, you listen to the fantasy footballers. That's why you did that trade. He was like, yeah. I mean, I was like, no, you did. He was like, yeah, I did. I was like, oh, that's so funny. And then he shit the bed this week, and Tank Dell went off. And then even funnier, he tried to trade back for Tank Dell. He tried to give you Trevor Lawrence and it
was just Trevor Lawrence because he saw Joe Burrow got hurt, and I need to respond to that because I deleted that email immediately.
Yeah, I mean, Trevor did go off, but
he did.
So did Tank. I thought it was a 2-for-1. I think he tried to give you somebody else too.
The one I saw was just Trevor Lawrence, I think.
Oh, really? Okay.
Yeah.
That's funny.
Anybody else? I can't remember my next.
Yeah. Anyone else? Yeah, go. Anyone else? Yeah, we're done. That's it, everyone. Time to wrap it up.
I'll do the next one. I think this is like we jump in. We have something to say. Mine is all the Singletaries. All the Singletaries. All the Singletaries.
Like that.
Devin Singletary 2 weeks in a row.
Nice.
Absolutely crushing it. Devin Singletary. Who called him? I think Davis called him as his number 1 waiver pickup this week. Great call because he was awesome. Go Devin Singletary.
Yeah, and I want to be clear. I call that assuming a down game because 30 carries for 150 yards doesn't happen very often. So he just went and put up 115 with another touchdown. Probably won you your week. Go Devin Singletary.
Yeah.
Dude, crushing it.
He sent a screenshot. So it was Chuba Hubbard and Trevor Lawrence for Tank Dell.
Oh yeah.
Yikes.
Yeah. Desperation is a stinky cologne, John.
Never accepted a trade so fast my whole life.
Oh my gosh. All right. I've got one here. This is the Kill a Panther, Ride a Cowboy award.
Oh.
The Dallas Cowboys defense. Honestly, you could do it for any of the Cowboys, really. But the Dallas Cowboys defense had 23 points, a interception, touchdown, fumble recovered, 10 points allowed, 7 sacks. Ooh, man, they've just been a powerhouse. And I have been very happy to have them on my team. But yeah, they just obliterated our poor kitty cats.
Oh, so bad. So bad.
Yeah.
What an embarrassment of riches that you can lose Diggs and come back with Deron Bland, who currently has more touchdowns scored than Crystal.
The entirety of the Panthers' offense, probably.
Then Tony Pollard is more than Tony Pollard does.
Huh?
It's wild.
It's just like, oh, this guy was just sitting on the bench. He's one of the best cornerbacks in the league.
Oh, yeah, he's going to be a Pro Bowler.
It's like, yo, Trayvon Diggs went down. Nice.
Backup quarterbacks. Just out there.
Davis, you got one?
Yeah, I've got one. I have a few more rant awards, so I'm going to skip one of those for a second and go Purdy fly for a white guy. We already talked about Purdy.
Wow.
All right, that's the best one of the day.
Damn, that might be the best one of the year.
Oh, I was pretty happy about that one. Yeah. The dude has 4 passes, 21 to 25, 333 yards.
Hold on, 28, 15.
That's incredible.
Clip.
Yeah, Brock Purdy, man. Just we already talked about it. We won't go too far into it, but
Brock
lit the Tampa Bay Buccaneers up.
I haven't heard that one either.
Broctagon was unleashed.
I've heard Broctagon. I don't think I've heard Brock Party either. I just kidding.
I like that.
All right, my one is All's Fair in Love and Warren. Man, Jordan Love and Warren
eat today.
Love top 10 quarterback this week, coming at number 9 right now, and Jalen Warren. What a freaking stud that I was completely wrong about. RB2 this week with 23.5 points. Looks awesome. Looks so good. Dude, good job, Warren. Way to prove me wrong.
Was looking sketchy there for a little bit, and then he unleashed that 7.
Unloaded.
It's like, oh, this is why you play him over Najee Harris.
I also played against him. That's great. Same.
That will be therapy after this, Mason.
Oh
we meet twice weekly.
Yeah. That's the thing. You know, once you get in like 3+ leagues, I'm in 4 currently. You're just getting teed off on in somewhere.
Right. You gotta hope that you T
Bag.
T bag. I was gonna make that kind of joke, but I lost it.
I've got one. It's the Play the Fields Award. Justin Fields. I told you to play him out the gate, man. I told you to play him out the gate, and he came through for you if you did. He got you a nice 20.4 coming out of the injury. Again, like I said, he's going to do it with his legs because he had
the ball.
Yeah, he had 18 carries for 104 yards. He had almost as many yards on the ground as he did through the air. 169 and a touchdown through the air and 104 on the ground. Incredible.
Jeez.
I had an award for him too. It was the Strawberry Fields Forever Award.
Nice.
Yeah.
Forever.
Welcome back.
That's damn. We're just bringing the heat.
Mine is Ty Hard 2. Ty Chandler and Ty Johnson. Ty Hard 2. Both top 20 plays this week. Dude, the Ties crushed it this week.
Yeah.
Let's go, Ties.
That's great. Just to piggyback off of the Fields, I'm going to just do the classic. Hey, DJ, that's my DJ. 22.6 from DJ Moore, man.
Catch in the end zone. Big time catch.
Yeah, I said both of those. I talked both those guys up, and they both came through for me. Of course, I was playing against one of them again, but there you go.
Man. All right, Davis, we're going, man. We gotta keep going.
We're rolling. I'm going to go with the JETS Jets Suck Award for Jesus Murphy. You guys were terrible. What happened? We watched the Broncos just tear up the Bills defense, and then the Jets come in. We know they're bad. We get it. The Wilson and Boyle combo trying to do a 2 QB system didn't work. If you started Garrett Wilson, hey, that's 2 catches for 9 yards for you. If you started Breece Hall, he was the only one worth starting. And heaven forbid you listen to me and Tyler Conklin last week. So I just wanted an excuse to say JETS, Jets suck. And that's
my next award is the Brian King. Brian Robinson, the last 2 weeks, is RB number 1. The last 2 weeks, he is the Brian King. And good job, Brian Robinson, for carrying me the last 2 weeks. Love you dearly.
Love that. All right, I got one. The Keenan to my heart. Keenan Allen, man. This dude has just been unstoppable this year. He has multiple 40-point games. Yeah. And he has even more 30-point games. And this week, he had a shoulder injury, and they're like, I think he's going to go. We don't know. Maybe be a game-time decision. They said he was going to go, I think, Saturday night, so it wasn't like a full game time. But he just casually went out, had 10 receptions on 16 targets for 116 yards and a touchdown. Ooh, 27.6 fantasy points.
Yeah.
He's a beast. He's like 31 years old.
Oh, man, so good.
So, the Chargers are going to get my Charge of the Light Brigade award because, man, they are straight up cursed and they are just taking it to the face every single week. That is a bummer.
Yeah.
My next one is the Brady New World Award for Joe Brady and the Buffalo Bills.
We're sliding down. We're running out of gas. We're running out of gas.
We're done.
Well, it was going to be the Maybe It Was You award to Ken Dorsey, but you guys said I'm ranting too much, so I changed it. 32 points against the Jets. That's a good defense, guys. The Bills are back. Joe Brady, all hail our king.
LSU.
Yeah. Guys, I'm out.
I've got one more. And this one isn't a punny. This is one just patting myself on the back. This is the Man I Love Being a Right award, and it goes to me. Tommy DeVito and Saquon Barkley, baby.
Did you see his celebration?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Hey.
It's so good. No, it's like the Italian thing. So good. Tommy DeVito, 22.54 fantasy points, 246 yards and 3 touchdowns, man. 2 of them went through the air to Saquon Barkley, who was 14 for 83 and 4 for 57. Ooh, he had 30 points. Damn. I loved it. I was like, man, this is going to be a shootout. This team just allows points through the air. And sure enough, baby, Tommy DeVito, MVP.
Davis, you have another one?
Last one is more a lament than anything. It's the We Can't Have Nice Things Week 11 award, which goes to Devon Achane, Ken Walker, and about 43 other guys that got hurt.
Yeah.
Did not finish the week, maybe out for a little bit. So pour a few out for our homies, because that was this has been a bloodbath of a week, guys.
Oh, man. Especially for you. I'm sorry, Davis.
Yes. Most of them were on my team, which is cool.
Yeah.
Well, I've got a bunch of guys on my bench that you might want to sift through. We can talk about.
So I'm going to actually say this one. I thought it was kind of pretty terrible, but since Davis is also saying terrible ones, the Magic School Gus Edwards.
I'm on board. I am on board.
Hey, stop the bus. I want to jump on that bus.
Dude, the Gus bus is crushing. It's like we say league winner, and like we shouldn't say league winner ever. But man, if you just had Gus Edwards, and we probably told you to drop him like 5 times. I don't know how many times we told you to drop him.
I've had Gus Edwards on multiple teams and have dropped him.
Yeah, and I thought you should have, and then just all of a sudden it's just like, yep, no, he's actually a top 5 running back rest of the way.
We'll just get 2 touchdowns a week after week. Why not?
All right.
Yeah.
Good job, Gus Edwards. Thanks for being great.
Yeah, he really is. It's funny that different team in the division had the bus as their running back, because he's turning into that guy. He's not quite as big, but he's a goal line monster for sure.
Yeah, we definitely could have done like a Cooks in the kitchen with Cook, like James Cook and Brandon Cooks, but
I did that last week.
Yeah, I know you did. Yeah, so Cooks in the kitchen is just such an easy one. So yeah, but James Cook's good too. Good job, James Cook. You were great,
man.
Jeez. And then Gibbs, we got to talk about Gibbs. I can't think of one either for Gibbs, but good job, Gibbs. You're great too.
Dude, look at this is his touchdown.
Top 3 vibes.
Dude, he top 1 vibes, kind of.
This is his touchdowns from week 7. Week 7, 1 touchdown. Week 8, 3 touchdowns. Week 9, 2 touchdowns. Week 10, 1 touchdown. Week 11, 2 touchdowns. Holy fuck. Oh my God. That is incredible.
Yeah, I think he got close to 70% of the snaps to Dave Montgomery's. I think his 40. They were on the field together a little bit, but he's by far the RB1 in that offense.
He's got 10 touchdowns on the year.
He looks so good.
9 of them good since week 6.
Man, he got that opportunity and ran with it. Sorry
there. I see what you did there.
And he gets the Chargers next week. Holy fuck.
Yeah.
You might say
a week after that.
Charge through their line.
Yikes.
And that's everything.
Yikes. There could have been like a I was trying to make like a Chevrolet Ford with Charbonnet Ford, but it didn't work.
No.
So I didn't do it. But just so you know where our minds are at.
Lost because of James Beam. That's
Timothy.
And just because I feel like mentioning him because he's just literally carrying my team. For Sean White, just thanks for being you, man.
Mm-hmm.
Thanks for being you.
Great.
The Thanks for Being You award. Trishad White. Anything else anybody wants to say? I think we're just like
that's pretty.
No,
everybody thinks we just did acid today. We're just saying random stuff.
We did great.
I don't think I've ever laughed at one podcast.
Oh man. Game of the week tonight.
Shit, we just ran through these awards so fast. Should we talk about the game a little bit? I don't know. Do people want to keep listening to us?
I think all the content that people see.
It's like when in Billy Madison when she's like, "Is anyone listening to me?" when they're walking through.
No points.
That's the dumbest thing that I've ever heard. We are all now dumber. Like you said,
may God have mercy on your soul.
God have mercy. It's like, man, it's so simple wrong. Would have been. Oh man! All right,
we got to go.
After Monday Night Football, I am watching Billy Madison because that's a great movie. All right, let's go Devonta Smith, and let's not go Travis Kelce. Tonight.
I've got Travis Kelce. I mean, God, I've got Travis Kelce going, but I think it's out of reach for me. I would need an insane game for him to catch up. Here we go. Let's look at it, boys. I've got. If you guys, listeners, you can just stop now. This is all just for us at this point.
They stopped after the last Davis award. Thank God.
Yeah, I need like.
I haven't chased him away by now.
It's true. I need about 40 points. 30. Yeah, I have 92.5 points, and he has 127.7, and I have Travis Kelce. So I think I'm done.
I hope he doesn't get 40 points because I'm going.
I need Jake
Again,
10 straight field goals.
Yeah.
Yeah, at that point in time, just pitch your kicker.
Yeah.
Yeah, Davis, what did you say? I was down. Yeah, 22.
I had you down
22 exactly. I think.
Yeah.
Yeah. I need 22 from Devonta Smith and Harrison Butker. So.
Oh yeah, I like that for you a lot. You should get that. Yeah,
we shall see. Devonta Smith, I was looking back at it. He's been serviceable without a touchdown. He's been good with, which is kind of like a duh. But like some guys, like you can still just get a ton of points and they don't need the touchdown equity. He kind of does. So I'm really banking on him getting a touchdown if I want to win this week. So
yeah, let's just look up real fast what he did against them last time. Receiving yards, he had 7 receptions for 100 yards in the Super Bowl.
Yeah, Yeah, and then this Harrison Butker gets me. Yeah,
Harrison Butker had 8 points in the Super Bowl, so you would have 25 points if you ran that back.
Yeah. Let's go, baby.
Great business.
Run it back, please.
Yeah, we're good. We're good.
I've been losing close ones. I'd really like to win a close one.
Yeah,
it'd be
I mean, I probably would have gone. I probably would have gone Dicker the kicker, but since you wanted to go Harrison Butker or whatever.
How much did Dicker get? Did he get?
I don't know. I'm just making it. I'm just making a stupid joke.
Yeah.
You say Dicker the kicker.
That's Dicker the kicker had 8 points. 8 points for Dicker the kicker.
Yeah, I would take 8 points right now.
Good thing for me that I saw that coming and I dropped Dicker and picked up Myers because I am a kicker savant. And you should listen to me for all your kicker news.
Yeah, do we need to bring in a kicker, Alex Bryant kicker segment?
Yeah, whoever, like, during the 1 o'clock games when I'm like, oh, shit, I need to pick the kicker, and they're just around, it's who I get. Yep. And that's just how everybody should.
It will be one of the top 3 guys that are just available at the top going into the games. Those are the guys.
I mean, I think about the people that just stress out about kickers all week, and then they just play me.
Or the ones that just get so mad
about kickers. I get mad about kickers. I stress about kickers because they're stupid, and I just get boned by them.
And like all year, people like all week, it's like, oh, I got Justin Tucker. I got the best kicker in the league, and I'm just like, oh, Jacoby Myers is available, and just outscores Justin Tucker.
Yeah, Brandon McMahon has put up 10 goddamn points, double-digit points from fucking kicker, man. I just can't.
Man, I really
Dicker boned you at some point.
Oh, okay.
And we say at the end of every podcast. F you, David. Seriously, fuck you, Davis.
Bye.
Bye now.
See ya.
Toodles.